Xoxo. Welcome to our crib, the Thakur family crib. And just to give you a little context about this house and the inspiration for it and what creative direction my parents took, essentially it's a culmination of different tastes between my parents and my sister and I, because my sister and I, we like modern, sleek looking elements in our house, whereas my parents like antique stuff and old timey elements. So this house is basically a culmination of both of those put together, and you'll see those elements scattered everywhere. So starting with the living room, we actually have a huge hall space, so we divided it into 3 areas. So this is one of the living rooms, and before I start with that, I kind of want to show you the main door, because that in itself has an element, which is the smart lock. So my parents installed a security smart lock which basically is activated by your fingerprint. Ironically, my fingerprint is the only one that doesn't work, because I have certain skin issues, so it doesn't scan my fingerprint yet, but essentially you're supposed to input your fingerprint and you get into the house. So that's one element. And moving on to the actual living space, we have again, like I said, this is where you really start to see the antique and modern touches. The couches are something I feel like are more suited to my sister and my taste, whereas this couch is more in tune with, I think, my parents' taste. And then you have those pieces on display, like certain elements that my parents have sort of collected throughout the years. You have that right on top. And these lights, which I really love, and they really bring out the stone wall. And yeah, moving on, we have this little area right here, which has these 3 mirrors, and then just again antique elements which my parents have sort of collected over the years, and just a little floral arrangement for just ambience. And meet one of the other elements of our house, Mr. Couple. And you'll see Smokey sitting right there as well. You'll see all our animals kind of scattered around throughout this house. But let's move on. So I'm going to show you one of the bedrooms right now. We'll take you into my sister's bedroom. So come on in. Okay, welcome to Anika's bedroom. So this space was again created a lot in line with my sister's favorite things and how she wants her room to look. So my room and Anika's rooms are more modern and sleek compared to my parents' master bedroom, which is going to have more ethnic elements and stuff like that. So Anika's bedroom essentially has a lot of storage actually, and then it has her closet, and our closets are lined with this LED strip light, which I find is really cool, and it's sensor generated, so as soon as you open it, it'll activate, and then you shut it and it'll deactivate. And there's just a little space here, that's her bed. There's ample storage in the bed as well. And then my parents got this paneling done. I forgot what it was exactly called. What's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically, flutes. The wooden flutes, that's what it's called. So my parents had them installed in both our rooms, but Anika has a more expensive fluting done. So she has white and brown ones, and they run a little longer. And one of the coolest elements that I like in her room are these 2 things. So there's a LED strip fixture right here, along with that little bird over there that looks insanely cute. But yeah, they add to the vibe of the room. And besides that, there's just some random elements to pull the room together, like the clock and the painting. And these 3 Spotify packs, which you will recognize from my dorm room, which I brought over for her. And then we have her little dressing area, which these are installed in all our bathrooms, as well as all my room and Anika's room and my parents' room actually, so everywhere practically. So basically this has 3 different light settings. It's white, it goes to a darker yellow, and then like a muted yellow/white sort of shade, and it's really cool, and it's just a really interesting element for the vanity. And then you just have a little storage area again here, and her ensuite bathroom. And yeah, so that's about it for Anika's room. Moving on, we have this little again decor piece area where I should have lit the candles, but I kind of forgot. But this is just another area that my parents decorated. Then we have the powder room. So this house is essentially 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, but technically it's 3.5 baths because this bathroom is just a powder room, it doesn't have the shower area. But as you can see here, my cat is inside, but my parents kind of went with this really modern wooden sink, antique wooden sink, and then they have a few other elements kind of to decorate the powder room, because this is the main guest bathroom when we have friends and family over for lunches, dinners and stuff like that. So that's that. Moving on to the second partition part of our house, the dining room. So like I said, our house is the main house is partitioned into 3 parts. So we have the living room, now we have the dining room. So we have the dining table, and my parents just put again like an ethnic runner through it. Then we have what my dad essentially loves is our bar area, which he customized to make it look really, really cool, and I love the way it kind of ties in this whole space together. So it's essentially this huge piece that harbors all our alcohol and party supplies and stuff like that, and just cute little elements here and there, and our key holders for all our keys, and just glasses and all that kind of stuff, and it makes the whole area kind of very inviting for guests. So this is a cabinet that my dad really nicely organized for all our party needs for when we're hosting. Moving on to the final partition of our house, the main entertainment drawing room, I guess you could call it. So the main entertainment area has the flat screen, and again this is an element that my parents really wanted, and so it's tied in together with this board cabinet which my dad had from when he lived in Hyderabad. So this is something that he's had for a very long time, and then we've had this lamp for a really long time, and it really just caters to the ambiance of hanging out here at night and watching a movie together or something like that. Then we have our divan, and the additional 2 things about our house which we never had before: the leather recliner, which I practically live on. So you have the recliner which kind of has the setting to turn into that, and again perfect for movie watching and stuff like that. We have all our remotes here for the fan. Everything is kind of operated by remotes. We have our fans that are operated by remotes as well. So there's the fan remote, the TV remote, the AC remote. And then another really cool element of the house, our grandfather clock. So this actually makes a really interesting sound. I tried to capture it separately and insert it in the video. And moving on to a further cool addition, our swing. So I've kind of always wanted a swing in the house. I didn't think they'd put it in the living room, but this, again, it's like one of those antique, really traditional sort of pieces, and it just, I don't know, it feels really good with this space particularly. So, and it ties in with just the center table as well, along with our snack bar. So this is again another element for entertaining guests. We have different assortment of snacks along with some wine stacked below. So another little fun entertainment piece, which brings me to the last cool element, the marble wall. So fun story, I think my parents essentially wanted to install this tile on the floor, but there were issues about that, like you couldn't do it or something. So they got creative and they installed it on the wall instead, and I think it looks absolutely fabulous with the rest of the space and really ties it together. So that's it for that. Now before we lose light, I'm going to quickly show you our balcony, which ideally is one of the main reasons my parents bought this house. So moving on into the balcony, we have Gigi right there. Say hi Gigi. Bye Gigi. Starting from the furthest corner of the balcony, we have this little garden area that my mom sort of put together, along with this really cool fountain display that they have, which ironically Gigi loves to drink out of, so it's multifunctional. And yeah, again some random pieces to kind of tie in the space together. We have some chairs so that we can just sit out there and lounge and relax. And then we move on to this side where we have a little space for our bird, meet Zoe. She kind of just hangs out in the open here, and then we have this really cool swing again. And yeah, it's just a really cool place to hang out with in the mornings, early mornings, or during sunset. And the reason why all of this is here is because of this view. So my parents really bought this house because of the fact that it has a lakeside view. So just imagine sitting in this little swing and watching that amazing view out there. That's just perfect. So this was the USP of our house, and I think one of the primary reasons why we have it. That's it for our balcony. Moving on, we're basically done with the main hall. Now I'm just going to show you a few other elements and some random things. This is another really cool partitioning wall sort of thing that my parents got, and it's got this really cool crest. And it kind of, in a way, symbolizes our family in the sense that we're Rajputs, and I think it kind of captures that. And then again, just some really cool pieces here. Then we have our Mandir, which opens up, and it always has that light on inside. And we have all our idols here and everything. So that's it for that. And then there's just some storage down below. The fridge, which I'm not gonna open because it's probably a mess. But moving on to the master bedroom. Welcome to my mom and dad's room. Hi Gigi. So this again, like I said, my parents' room is a lot more antique and ethnic compared to, like I said, my room and my sister's room, because we like more modern taste. So they have this little thing that's kind of very Indian and I think ethnic. And again, they have their little vanity and dressing area, which again has that light. I'm still learning all the lights, by the way, because I moved in like a week back. But yeah, this also changes colors and it looks really cool. And then they have a lot of storage, as you can see, I think behind the mirror as well, and then down below. This is their master king size bed. And again, all of these elements kind of tie in with that. And they're gonna have like a wallpaper put in behind at some point. So that's gonna go again with a very Indian ethnic sort of feel. Then we have, again, my parents' closet is probably the biggest in the house. They have 3 sections, so I don't know how much of a mess it is, but okay, it's not that bad. But they have, again, the lights that were installed in Anika's room as well. And then we have the little iron board area where we can iron clothes and just for laundry and stuff like that. Then some pictures hanging here, and then we have again their attached bathroom along with their TV in their room and just this insanely huge storage area that's kind of followed us around from the time we moved from Bombay. So we've had this for a really long time. And yeah, that's it for the master bedroom. Moving on, we go into the third bedroom of the house. The study. So, like I said, we have 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, but one of the bedrooms, my parents thought it was better to kind of make it into a study for my mom instead of having it be just another bedroom. So we have this space where it's set up with Zoe kind of lives here, but then there's a little library, and then there's just like random elements of some fluting behind there, and then there's that mirror, and this is for our cats. And then this is my mom's main working area. It's her desk, which has all her things set up. And yeah, so she sort of spends most of her day here working. And it's just a really convenient area for her. And then there's a view out back, which it's dark right now, but yeah, she can work with the view. And then we have a little bed kind of set up here. This used to be in our house in Bombay when my sister and I shared a room. So we just have this little bed in case we have a lot of guests over that are spending the night. Then we have this additional bed which we will be using in the next week. So yeah, that's it for the study. And let's move on to the kitchen. Before we go on to the kitchen, the hallway that leads to the kitchen again has some Indian pieces. So you have this, which is essentially a continuation of what you saw in my parents' bedroom. So it's the other part of that. And then there's just some pictures that my parents recently put up that look really cool. Then moving on to one of my favorite parts of the house, the modern kitchen. So this is an element that my parents decided to keep modern and sleek. So we have just a really cool tile design, like my parents picked this out specifically for the kitchen. Okay, so one of the coolest elements of the kitchen, which I find really interesting, is our chimney, because it's kind of sensor generated, I guess. So you essentially swipe. Okay, I can never get it right the first time, but yeah. So you swipe and it opens up, and then you have all these different settings. So you can go higher, lower every time you kind of swipe. Again, never get it right on the first time, but it just switched to 2, and then you kind of swipe back when you want to go lower, and then just to shut it off completely. And it takes a little bit, but yeah, essentially that's our chimney. And I don't know, I just find that really cool, and I was just in awe the first time I saw it. But then again, we have our extended cooking space. We have all of our stuff kind of stacked up here. The basin, the aquaguard, and then the microwave here. And one of my mom's dreams has been to have a proper oven, so we got a proper oven. I haven't used it yet, but you'll probably see some cooking videos here. So we have a proper oven, and then we can go into the balcony. And again, I need to switch on the light for the balcony. Okay, so going into the balcony, we have it's just a dry balcony for hanging all our clothes. We have a dishwasher here, and then just a little sink for washing all my animals' utensils, and there's a washing machine right here, and that's basically it. Oh, and last but not least, for the kitchen, we also have a fully stocked pantry. So this is another element I think my house really needed. We kind of buy a lot of bulk snacks, so having a pantry is a really great way for us to sort of store everything neatly. So that's it for the kitchen, and I think that leaves only one other area in the house, which is my bedroom. Oh, and I kind of forgot to point this out when we were filming the dining area, but we have this really cool chandelier right above the dining space, and it's something that my parents found, and it just looks amazing with the space. Moving on to what I've been waiting for, welcome to my bedroom. So yeah, this is my bedroom, and again we had a lot of ideas for this place. I kind of wanted to grow out of my baby pinks and all that has followed me around since my Bombay house. So this is a very grown up 20-year-old bedroom. And starting with this wall, my parents got these birds installed, these dust flying, and originally I wasn't a big fan of them, but my mom kind of told me the symbolic meaning behind these birds, and it's sort of to show my journey through mental health and stuff like that, because I'm an advocate for mental health. I've struggled with it quite a bit. Move on to I have a full length mirror sort of attached right here next to my bathroom. Then again I have an attached bathroom as well, and then this little space which I really love because I read a lot now, so I have this little storage unit because I wanted like a little library in my room. So my mom got me this cabinet to store all my books along with my dad's weights because there was no one else to keep them. But yeah, that's that. Then I have a view of the lake again. It's pretty dark, but I'll insert images in the morning. But again, it has the lake view. And moving on, we have this little bench which just has my Alexa, plus this thing that I bought from IKEA where I want to attach some images and put this up probably somewhere there. And yeah, so I'm just waiting to get the images for that. And I have these Polaroids.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. You met my Alexa. Then again I have my Polaroids which I bought from my dorm room, so I'm gonna probably print some more out, and I'm kind of debating whether I should have them in like a heart on this wall because I asked my parents to leave me a wall for decor, or if I have essentially like two strips of Polaroids running this way. So I'll figure it out, comment what would do better. And then I have one of my favorite pieces, the vanity and the dressing area. So if you know, I'm a person who loves candles, so I always have candles in my room. So there's candles, there's a picture frame, there's again this lighting space above the mirror. I always wanted a spear mirror, so this was my dream complete. And then my parents installed these shelves, which I have my jewelry on and just some things that I use on a daily basis. And again, this light sort of switches colors, so you have white and yellow and like a rose gold sort of thing. So this is my vanity, and then there are two drawers there again for storage. And then moving forward, again, like I said, my sister has those wooden flutes in her room. I have them too, but again, they're not as extensive as that. It's just a little strip that runs from here to there. And it's a really cool place to highlight these, which I absolutely love. So they kind of remind me of Shadow Hunter runes, which is why I asked my parents to get these ones specifically. So like Anika has the board in her room, I have these three lights, and they sort of just really make the room a vibe, especially at night. And then I have a little side desk with, nightstand with the book that I'm currently reading and a candle again. And then we have my main bed. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what can I probably say about the bed, but yeah. And that kind of concludes my room tours. So that was it for our house tour. We hope you enjoyed our little living space and everything that we've sort of put into this house. It's kind of our forever home, and my parents put a lot of effort into it to make this our, what me and my sister like to call our heaven. So yeah, we're really excited about this space, and that's it for the house tour. Let me know if you would want a more in-depth room tour of my room once I have more decor up. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming along on the tour, and I'll see you next week.